Hey everyone, Cherie Warwick here with Blockchain Daily News. Thank you so much for clicking on the video. So, wanted to show you a few news articles and talk to you about why they are important to you. The first is from Jack's Enter, top 5 blockchain predictions for 2019. I'm not going to share all 5 with you, but I want you to notice one thing that they have here, and this is number 2. Off-chain components are important for enterprise class apps. They're talking here about building apps, that blockchain is just a piece. The blockchain ledger is just a piece of an overall management system that an enterprise has. Why do we care about enterprises? Because as a blockchain consultant, they are usually the ones that can pay you, and that can pay you big money, and that can start paying you now. So we care about what they care about. So they say here that many off-chain components are also needed, including user management, workflow, system integration, user interface, API, security, event mediation, and many more. Why am I bringing this up to you again? Because this is where the money is. So, as you are picking a niche, as you're picking a major, remember I always talk about freshman, sophomore, junior, senior year. We are getting to the point where we're starting to pick majors and go into our junior and senior year of being blockchain consultants. So let me take a step back. Freshman year is all about what? Blockchain 101, understanding the basics. Sophomore year is about things like smart contracts, tokenization of assets, IDs, virtual IDs, things like that, that the blockchain is affecting. Junior and senior year is about choosing a major that will help you make money. And this is something that you need to pay attention to. So I've got article number 2 here, which is from Forbes, Blockchain and Crypto Industry Predictions for 2019. Again, I'm not going to read everything, but I want you to notice what this gentleman says. This is Luca Horvat, head of the developer vertical at TopTal and blockchain engineer. TopTal is a big company that does a lot of apps. He says here, the 2 biggest areas we're seeing interest from enterprises in applying blockchain are what? Finance and supply chain. We're already seeing strong progress there in the form of Hyperledger, Ethereum Enterprise Alliance, and Corda. It can be expected that in 2019, corporations will invest additional time and resources means money, in determining how to optimize portions of their business through the decentralization and transparency that blockchain offers. Once again, I suggest you read this entire article here to know what to choose for a major and how to make money within the blockchain. Okay, let's move over here to Wanchain. This is from sludgefeed.com. Article, Wanchain launches Bitcoin to Ethereum blockchain bridge. Now this is really interesting here. Wanchain, a blockchain platform that connects and exchanges value between different blockchain ledgers, has launched Wanchain 3.0, bridging Bitcoin and Ethereum and ERC20 tokens. Why is this significant, and how can this help you as a blockchain consultant? Because traditionally, blockchain ledgers have not been able to talk to each other. Bitcoin can't talk to Ethereum. Ethereum can't talk to Hyperledger. Hyperledger can't talk to Orablock. However, if Wanchain is successful in what it's doing, or if there is a platform that is successful in what it's doing, what do you think is going to happen? All of a sudden, it's going to open up all of the blockchain platforms. Think about it like this. You have a Microsoft PC. Imagine if you could never email or communicate with anybody that's using a Mac. Or better yet, let's say that you have a Toshiba laptop. I don't know why I pulled out Toshiba, but I did. Imagine you have a Toshiba laptop and you can never communicate with anyone that has an HP. The world wouldn't work. But Wanchain is doing something to help solve this. So pay attention to this, because this could be critical for moving blockchain forward. All right, next article. This is an article about blockchain coming to the Philippine healthcare system. And you may say, Cherie, come on, I'm in the United States. Why do I care about what's happening in the Philippines and their healthcare system? Well, if you are a blockchain healthcare professional, you want to pay attention to this. So they have a blockchain healthcare platform, HEX Innovation Limited, which is partnered with the University of Perpetual Health Delta Medical Center in the Philippines, giving Filipinos access to services powered by blockchain technology. Okay, what does this mean? According to HEX, personal health information will become more accessible among health institutions and at reduced costs with the use of its platform. Here's what this means to you. U.S. companies are going to be paying attention to this. This is a use case scenario. And when something like this becomes user-friendly and successful, American companies are going to start implementing blockchain. So basically all of the wrinkles within the systems are being figured out overseas, and then once they're figured out, they're going to migrate to U.S. companies. Why would U.S. companies want to use it? Because information will become more accessible and it will be reducing costs or reducing expenses. So, final thing I want to show you in regards to making money and being a blockchain consultant. R3's KYC blockchain app completes 4th trial, but will remain a prototype. You may say, well, Cherie, this sounds like a failure. Well, I'm going to show you a little bit about what this has to do with user experience. So in this article, basically what they're saying is they spent the first 3 versions of their system focused on one part of the transaction, which are the banks. Then they did this next round or iteration of trials where they wanted to check on the user experience of the corporations that would be using this, this platform. So they took a total of 26 firms. These are some of the participants that were included. These are French companies. And they said, okay, let's figure out what the customer experience is from these corporations' point of view. And the reason this is going back to the drawing board is because the user experience for the corporations is not correct yet. It's not right. It's not smooth. It's not what they need. So Bettina Justine came and she spoke with us in regards to user experience, and it's important for anyone who is helping companies with their blockchain platforms to think about user experience from all points of view. So that's blockchain news for today, and more importantly than that, it is the method, or here are some methods and niches that you should really take a look at if you want to make money in blockchain. That's it for me. I'm Cherie Warwick. Thanks for listening to Blockchain News today.